Yo guys, I am Sam Jones, and in this series I'm going to be firing up some local eats with everything the UK springtime and summertime has to offer. Along the way we're going to meet some familiar faces from the passenger crew, go foraging, find some local swim spots and cook up a massive feast. We're making new connections, cooking in some truly inspiring places, and I hope this sparks something inside you to get in the great outdoors. Nothing complicated, just good food cooked outdoors. So get the fire on, settle in, and grab yourself a cuppa. We're at episode 5 of this amazing series, and we are at the beautiful Kimmeridge Bay. Keeping it really simple today. We're going to cook something delicious down on the beach a bit later on, so you guys can get out there and do it yourself. Let's go. So today we're at this beautiful, stunning, hot location. But today we're going to make a really simple dish. Potatoes, which we're going to char off in a za'atar spice. We're going to boil them first in some lovely seawater because we've got plenty of it. And then that's going to go on top of a creamy yogurt base, almost like a labneh. And then we're going to accompany that with kind of like a chickpea salsa vibe. Because it's so hot today, it's going to be kind of like a cool salady style dish. It's all going to be cooked on this lovely grill. It took me about 10 hours to set up last time. But once I get it, I'm going to remember that next time, and I never do. But yeah, if you want to get outside and make this, you can bring any kind of grill, barbecue, whatever you can get your hands on. We go for a sea dip. Got the towels. Orange. Good catch. Right. Put this thing together. I love that you know that this is going to take forever. That was way quicker. I'm going to start by making that salad. So it's just a bit of chopping, chuck everything together in a mess tin. No cooking on this one because it's hot. Olive oil, pickles, chickpeas, salt, bit of garlic, tiny little cucumber, some tomatoes, red onion, and a couple of limes. Does anyone want a drink?
Yeah, go on.
You
catch this one.
Ooh. Oh, yum. Right, I think we're good. So we're going to start by draining these chickpeas. Get them into your tin, set that aside. So we've got some cornichons with chili, little pickles. We're going to go in with the chickpeas with a bit of that brine. It's going to give a bit of acidity, and then get a couple of pickles out. Nothing has to be too nicely chopped today because we're rolling with some wonky surfaces. Give them a rough chop. Get them into the chickpea bowl. Yum. Mini cucumber. Again, just roughly chop that. This is so good for this kind of weather. Just like chucking in a load of fresh produce into a big bowl, mixing it all together with a little dressing. So easy, so fresh when it's super hot. I'm going with some red onion. Don't need too much of this because it's quite strong. And then I've got this little microplane here, but you can just use a knife. Just go in with that. Just easier to chop thinner slices of red onion with these things. Whilst they're in there, we're going to do a very, very quick pickle just to get those onions a bit less potent. Right, so mix all that together. Just break up those thinly sliced onions. And the salt's just going to sort of lightly bring the sharpness out of those onions. And it's got that pickle juice in there already. One lime. Squeeze that in as well. And then some fresh Tom's that we picked up from a market farm on the way here. Chuck them in. Cool, that should be enough. Give that another stir, and the salt again is going to release the juices of the tomatoes. And then lastly, we're just going to add some fresh coriander. And that's our salad. So I'm just picking the leaves off these stems because I'm not a massive fan of coriander stems, but I just think they overpower everything else in there sometimes. And then pick that up, get it in there, and then we're going to finish it off with some extra virgin olive oil. So give that one final mix once the oil's in there, and we'll give it a taste to season it. It might need a bit more salt, but let's just taste it, or even more pickle juice. Give it a try. Unreal. So fresh. Give it a little bit more salt, but other than that, perfect. Right, next up, we're gonna get some seawater because it's naturally salted. We're not gonna eat it or drink it. It's just gonna boil the potatoes. Whoa, stretch the old pins. Cool. Right, we've got our water. Gonna get the grill on. Right, we can get our water boiling. So once that's boiling, we'll get our potatoes in, give them a little blanch, not too long, and then we're gonna finish them off on the grill to char them. We don't want them too soft, still want them to have a bit of texture, so it doesn't take much cooking, especially on a hot grill like this. I'm going to roughly chop some of these potatoes because they're quite large. So literally just about that size. And we're going to get them in because it's just starting to boil now. She hot. One more for luck. You see all the salt on the outside? Right, we're just gonna lightly cover that. So we're now gonna make the base of the plate or bowl, and we're gonna make a kind of labneh style yogurt. So I'm gonna mince up some garlic, and then we're gonna add some cream cheese and some Greek style yogurt. Obviously it's not a traditional labneh, but it's gonna be absolutely delicious on the base of these potatoes. I'm gonna smash down this garlic, get rid of the skin, finally slice it up. Add some salt into that, press it down, release the oils. Just makes the garlic slightly milder and not as potent. And then chop it even more, just tiny little minced garlic. Once you've done that, get it into your bowl. And then we've got some Philadelphia, going with a couple tablespoons of that. Then we got some thick yogurt. Get a load of that in there. 2 massive dollops. Finish it with some lemon. Squeeze that through your hands, just half a lemon. And then mix that all together. You could crumble in feta, you could add cottage cheese. It just gives a different element to just a plain yogurt. You could also do this with tahini. Do it however you like, basically, but this is how I'm doing it. Yum. And that is delicious. Right, set that aside. Garlicky. Lemon, keep for later. Check on these tatties. Yeah, they're soft. Let's take that out. Turn your grill off for now. We'll put it back on in a bit. Right, I'm gonna tip out that water. Cool. Now we're gonna go in this pan with some olive oil, pot, skillet, whatever you want to call it, mess tin. Get a load of oil in there. It's so hot that it's cooking it already and it's not even on. And then season it with salt. This is a lovely seasoning with sesame seeds, sumac, thyme. There's lots of other stuff in here, cumin, coriander. If you just go in with a really generous amount and just give it a shake. Smells amazing, that za'atar. Right, now these are nicely oiled up. This is gonna be really hot. We'll go onto the grill with the potatoes for a final little flame grill and a lovely little char. Lovely. Just gonna drizzle a bit more oil into this pan to get that last bit of za'atar out of there. It'll probably flame up. Smelling delicious. Just love that smell of charred anything, to be honest. Charring up nice, turn them over. Lovely jubbly. Right, I'm gonna turn it off now because they're nice and charred. So, time to plate up. Let's get our potatoes all up in that yogurt, crisped up, lovely. Whilst this grill's still hot, just gonna get the lemon on there, bit of extra flavour, and to clean it. It just gives it another element of flavour and sweetness. It's a bit less bitter when you do this. You see that sort of candied and charred slightly. Not too much, just a little bit. And just to finish off the dish, we're gonna add a little bit of olive oil. It's a little glug around the side and sort of over the tatties. A little bit more salt. And then just a final bit of za'atar around the edge, just for a bit of colour. And then we'll squeeze that lemon on there. It's gonna be like the taste of the sea. We've got a delicious bowl of tatties with a fresh, herby, colourful salad. Doesn't get better than that. Cool, let's get stuck in. Let's go in with the potatoes, we haven't tried them yet. Oh yeah. Wow, that is really good. Try it with a bit of the salad. With that salad, got the creamy cold yogurt on a hot day, fresh zingy salad, charred potatoes, just perfectly cooked. Really doesn't get much better than this kind of food. And that's a wrap for episode 5 of Cookout Sessions. We'll see you in the next one. Job done. Time for a dip.